Hello friends, Tiger Coward here. I'm preparing for my ride across the Trans-Taiga Road, and I'm going to do two quick jobs today. The first is I'm going to change the pannier racks. And then the final thing is a quick install of the Kriega Fork Seal Covers. I'm going to be riding in lots of dirt, so I want to keep my fork seals nice and clean. Join me and see how I do. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change my pannier racks. Right now I'm running the Givi racks, which drops the panniers down 75 millimeters or 3 inches and moves them back 75 millimeters or 3 inches. Triumph OEM racks sit higher and farther forward and are better for single touring, and the Givi racks are better when you're carrying a pillion. The second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to install some covers on my shocks to hopefully make sure that the seals last longer. We don't get grit up inside of those. Anyhow, these aren't big jobs, but I thought you might want to see them. Stick with me and see how I do. The first step is to remove the back stabilizer bar. It runs between the right and left side of the panniers. 12 millimeter bolt, 13 millimeter nut. Removed. The next step is here to remove this bolt. I'm going to loosen this one too, and they're a T40 hex. Now that the front bolt's off down here, we have two bolts here, both 6 millimeter hex, and I'm going to take those out right now, and then it removes the whole frame. Frame is off. Now I'm going to go do the other side. Okay, now you'll notice that the Givi racks that I've taken off have the Triumph emblem on them. That's because I use the Triumph clasps. Unfortunately, they're a little different, so you have to take them off. It's simple to take them off, you just have to be careful because there are two little springs that are in here that make it go up and down. So just be careful as you take them off. And the springs are in the bottom piece, so the piece that I'm holding with my hand here. So what you want to do is be as gentle as possible as you take them off, not to disturb those springs. It's not such a big deal if you do disturb the springs, because they sit into a channel and you can just put some grease in there and that'll be fine. I'll take the first one off, I'll take the second one off here, and then I will install them on the Triumph OEM rack. Okay, now I have the OEM rack. This is the Triumph rack, and I'm going to put the Triumph connector back on. It's a little delicate, but not too hard. The nuts are captive, so it makes it easy to put them on. So I'm just going to go through here. It's a nylon washer, so it's a little tight. Just get it snug, and then I'll do the other side. Hopefully you can see here the little springs. They sit right in there. So I just want to keep those in place as I slide this up and in. Whoops. And there we go. Mounting bracket installed. Okay, so I did it. I messed up the springs here. So all I'm going to do is take them out. They're very small. Oh, now they're stuck together. Nice job, Dave. I'm going to put them in their little joints there. Then I'm going to put it together with these down. So no big deal. Now I'm going to go ahead and reinstall. Now Triumph has a rather elegant way of mounting their brackets. So instead of just 2 bolts straight into the frame, they hang from here. So you put these 2 connectors there. You put the 4 bolts in, and the actual pannier holder is threaded. So it's awesome way to do it. A little bit more elegant than what Givi had. So I did put a drop of medium strength thread locker in here. I'm not sure if it's really necessary, but I am going to ride the Trans-Taiga Highway, and doing 1,000 kilometers of gravel probably ought to shake it up a little bit. I'm just going to do those loosely, and then I'm going to put the foot peg back on before I tighten it up. I'll just do everything up finger tight, and then I'll go around to the other side, put the crossbar on, and then tighten everything up. All right, now all I gotta do is go around and tighten everything up. All right, I tightened everything up and they fit on perfectly. Now what you'll notice, or you may not notice, but they're much closer to the rear foot peg here and much higher close to the seat. With the OEM seat, this would be almost level straight across. But with my Russell Daylong seat here, it's got these little wings, so this sits up a little higher. No big deal. But when I pack, I'm going to have a roto pack on here anyway, so it's going to, my backpack's going to sit up a bit higher. All right, next up is some covers for the shocks. All right, I've got these Kriega Fork Seal Covers that I got from GP Bikes. Should be an easy install. It's just 2 pieces on each side. There's a neoprene sleeve that you push around and hook up with Velcro, and then there's a zip tie that you put around it. Should be a simple install even for me. Okay, so the fork seal covers go around here and around here. So the first thing I'm going to do is take off this little protective housing. Okay, I'm just cleaning that up a little bit so that we don't have any muck under there. And then apparently all I do is thread this around through there and then pull it tight onto the Velcro. And that is how it goes. You want to have that up there so that the Kriega reflective logo is sticking out. Then I thread the zip tie through the 2 pockets for it, move it into place, and then I just got to tighten it up. Nice. Now hopefully that stops any grit and grime getting up inside of the fork seal and causing a leak. Well, there you have it, friends. 2 jobs done. I think I'm ready to go. I didn't end up with any extra nuts or bolts, so that's a good thing. Thanks for hanging out to the end of the video. Please hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. Go forth with an open mind, and most importantly, an open heart. And remember, self-care is not selfish. Thanks for staying all the way to the end of the video. You must have liked what you saw, so please hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with a friend who might be interested. This costs you nothing, but it helps out my channel in a big way. Thanks again.